Hey, good afternoon. It's Justin Evans with MINDEFX. I thought about a funny story today that I just had to tell you about. About a month ago, I dove into the world of the air fryer, right? My son was telling me about the air fryer for a number of months. I've heard about it forever, but I just didn't understand it yet, and I wasn't willing to try something new. You see, I eat baked chicken. I loved baked chicken. And my family laughs at me because whenever I'm really on that health kick and in the gym and doing everything that I need to do, I will eat chicken every single day, every meal, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Because you see, I have my process. My process is we defrost the chicken, we put it in the oven. I know how long it takes. I'll shower after a workout. I'm ready to eat as soon as it gets done. You see, I have a process. I don't have to think about it. It's ingrained inside of me now, and that's what I do. And to deviate from that really makes me kind of antsy a little bit. So I know what to expect. So I made the change about 2 months ago, or about a month ago, to get into the air fryer business, right? And so I did that, and I unpacked it that day. I had my frozen chicken breasts ready to go, and I thawed them out as I normally do, and I was like, yes. I put them in the air fryer. I follow the instructions, everything as I need to. As soon as it's finished, I pull them out, and I put that chicken on a plate, and I go to cut into it. What in the world? It's chicken jerky. It's the driest chicken I've ever had in my entire life. Here I am. I'm a master at this chicken stuff. I can eat it 3 times a day for 3 months straight. No problem at all, and it's the same every time. But one thing that I always complained about when cooking it in the oven was that it took too long. I had to preheat the oven. Then I had to put it in for 35 minutes. And I had to do all of this stuff, so it took me so long. So I found myself inside always going, man, it's just going to take so long to pop some chicken in real fast. Well, the air fryer now, I could do this. I can, there's no warm-up time. I pop it in, 20 minutes, and I'm ready to go. But man, what happened? Something's wrong. What's funny is everybody was raving about this air fryer, and my first experience was terrible. So being a, mindset coach and being a guy that's always working on new mindsets, no problem for me, right? I'm the expert. Try it again the next day. Put the chicken in there, defrost it the same way I always do. Put the chicken in there, made a tiny little adjustment, put a little bit more oil on it. Chicken jerky again. The driest chicken. I'm coughing sawdust trying to eat this. So I have 2 choices to make at this point. I've tried twice, right? I can go back to my old way of doing things. I know how to do it. It's not the best way. It's not my favorite way. I've always wanted to find a better and more efficient way to do it, but it's my way. I'm comfortable with it. So I could easily go back to that, or I could give this air fryer thing one more chance. The first 2 times I realized I had done the exact same thing. So I thought, okay, third time number 3, I'm going to try something new. Imagine that. So I defrost the chicken, same way, change up the seasonings a little bit, and now I don't cook it as long. I keep it on the same temperature. I'm like, well, if it's dry, then obviously it's taking too long to cook. So what I do is I turn down the temperature, and I cook it in there, and it comes out, cut into it. Holy smokes. Salmonella poison waiting to happen. The chicken is still raw on the middle. It almost ruined me on chicken completely. Almost. So here I am, 3rd time, 3rd failure point. This works for everybody else, but it's not working for me. So it's time to give up. It's time to throw in the towel. Let's just do it the old way. It's not the best way. I've never enjoyed doing it that way, but it's the way I've always done it. So let's just go that route. Well, how about one more chance? Let me try something else. Everybody's telling me what I need to be doing. Everybody telling me how I should do it, but nobody's coming and doing it for me. I'm going to have to do this on my own. So 4th time, put it in there. I defrost the chicken, put it in. Hold on. Something happened. Now, that batch was not that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't that bad. It might suck, but it's a start. That to me was encouraging. So now I'm mustering up all of this bravery inside me that, hey, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can figure this out, and patting myself on the back because I didn't give up. So here it is, 5th time. I defrost the chicken, I put it in the air fryer, and it comes out, voila! Perfect. Sheer perfection. What I realized was a simple little piece of the puzzle that I was missing. You see, whenever I was defrosting my chicken, I was defrosting it in the microwave, almost cooking it before it went into the air fryer. All I did was I made that tiny little adjustment. Everybody had told me what I was doing wrong. Everybody told me what I needed to do, but nobody had mentioned defrosting the chicken different. The only way I discovered that was by trying, was by opening my mind, and it was by accepting the fact that there has to be an answer. There has to be a better way to do this, and there has to be a way where it comes out on top perfect every time. I just had to be willing to take that step. I had to be willing not to give up. This series right here, this video right here, is called Don't Settle for Dry Chicken. Don't settle for dry chicken. Yes, it's easy to have dry chicken. It's easy to go back to the way you did it before. But now that I have taken the steps and I understand how to cook it different, the chicken is amazing. It's in my time frame, and it's exactly what I had sought to do. Let's equate this to our lives real fast. A lot of times we start something, we make a decision, and the minute it gets a little bit difficult, we just go right back to our old way of doing things. We're not willing to try and try and try. And then we fall into trap number 2, and that is we listen to everybody else around us telling us what we should do. A lot of times the people around us, though, let's just be honest, they do not have our best interests at heart. They have their best interests at heart. And that's just the simple fact. And then number 3, after listening to them, we just decide that there's just too much. It's just too difficult. We're just going to go back to our old way and do it how we always have. And I just encourage you right now, don't settle for dry chicken. There's no reason you need to settle for dry chicken. Changing your mindset is going to be difficult. It's going to be challenged. It's going to challenge your comfort zone. It's going to challenge everything that you know and the way you've done everything in your life. But if you will just figure out how to simply take the tiny step of thawing the chicken differently. Do you realize thawing the chicken was just a tiny step? I didn't revamp and go buy a new air fryer. I didn't change my package of chicken. I didn't go to the chicken house and pick out my chicken so that I could have the perfect chicken. There was just one small little detail that I had to think about, that I had to focus on, and that I had to work on fixing. And once I did that, now the chicken was exactly what it was. So, as you go about your day, don't settle for dry chicken. As we always leave our messages here at MindFX, change your mind, change your life. Thank you so much.